Yeah, buddy. Nigga, don't act like you don't know about that old school music, baby. That mug be hit.
I don't know about this.
Nobody said that old music be hidden, boy. I be like, man, I don't know how y'all listen to that, bro.
Yeah.
It be hidden. Them niggas went to the clubs and the juke joints and the bars back in the day.
Not the juke joint.
Them juke joints, especially your southern kinfolk used to go to them juke joints way out there in the woods and shit.
Moonshine.
Hey, them old heads know how to get down. Remember that concert we went to, Rebecca? That concert and on Winbush.
I have not, and Angela Winbush and Club Nouveau or something like that. Who was it?
Yeah, that's what it was.
I have not had that much fun in a long, like with some older people. I haven't had that much fun in a long time. It's been, I don't think I've had that much fun since then at a con. Like that was interesting, bro. Like that was so much fun. Old people was dressed up real nice.
Facts.
I'm talking about putting us to. I'm talking about when they was tearing down, they was trying to tear down the sound and shit. Them old people was still out there two-stepping.
Yeah,
like they had just got there.
Not only that, because we was running sound for the concert. Me, the older homie, and then it's a +1, so I invited Rebecca. We was running sound, so I was technically working the evening, and I'm telling you, we blew 3 amps. That night, 3 amps. Like we had 2 amps that was like 1,200, 1,500 watts, and then the DJ had like a little 800-watt amp, something small just to run his equipment. Nigga, we blew 3 amplifiers that night because them old heads was partying so hard. Them, turn it up, turn it up. I'm talking about them were getting down.
Word, bro.
I'm like, old heads getting down. You hear
I'm talking about it was New Year's Eve, wasn't it? New Year's Eve, like 2000.
It was New Year's
3,
Eve.
4-ish or something like that.
No, that had to be like 2006 or 7. Because
2000. It was 06. It
was 2004. We was in Job Corps. That was after Job Corps. It's post.
Okay, that was right. That's right. So it's rough around 2005, 2006. 2006. The New Year's Eve of 2000, going into 2006. I'm thinking I'm clean in like a little nice little, see-through shirt with the long sleeve and some black.
What the hell I had? Black.
Some black slacks, a white shirt, black belt, black shoes.
This nigga here. You be a perfect pro for Agent King.
Hey, listen. I'm a blacklist side of the game. Listen. I had to, man. When I worked at the casino, you had to get what somebody had on from head to toe in 15 seconds in case somebody tried to rob you.
You gonna be that old lady who sit on the porch dealing mad bricks that don't nobody know. It's gangster than a motherfucker. Granny
not dealing
be sitting on the porch, be reading her newspaper. Everybody come by and be like, "Hey, Granny," sit on the porch 5-10 minutes and shit. All the while, this bitch over here serving big dope. Here you go. I'll see you later now. I got some cookies. Come on back. Sweet ass old lady. You don't know gangster.
Shut up. I ain't gonna be that bad.
Nigga, we was rapping on speakers like Steve Harvey, Cohen, the gang. Like, come on, wrap that shit up.
Wrap it up. We gotta go.
Nigga, we was tearing down speakers. These like 5-6 old heads was still dancing to some Ray Charles at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Bro,
gone to their room except for the set of old heads, and we was just like, fuck it. And that even after the music, they was still going like,
man, they ain't even care. They was still two-stepping.
So imagine what they was like when they was young. That because listening to that Johnny
out here.
I was listening to Tarzan by Johnny Guitar Watson right before. And but I mean, if you check my Facebook profile, I'm always doing the Bobby Womack, the Earth, Wind and Fire, the Bloodstone, ooh me girl, go a long way back. This shit like that. I listen to rap, I listen to rock, I listen to other stuff, man. But that old school be hitting, man. It's got a certain vibe to it.
Right? It's something about, for me, I guess, it's something about waking up on a Saturday morning, playing some old school hits and cleaning your house. That's just how crackhead mama and all. That's just how we was raised.
Every foundational Black American was raised on old school and cleaning the house.
Except for Maxine Young. Let me tell you something. These are the only people I know that could clean and do everything and have no music, no TV, no nothing.
No, I can't do that.
Me either. I get frustrated real fast. But it's something about waking up on a Saturday morning, cooking breakfast, not just a little breakfast, cooking a big breakfast, and cleaning your house to some good music.
Well, nigga, if you put on that gospel music,
that you was gonna have a good week.
Put on some of that gospel music.
Oh, when Yolanda Adams came out with when Yolanda Adams came out with Open My Heart and all that. Yeah. Oh, niggas playing that loud. Niggas that don't even listen to gospel music was playing her ass. Then later on in the evening, you cook, listening to Cameo and Brick House, and just I used to love his voice. I still do.
And I
Word up.
She's strange, walking down the avenue. And that sample, that sample right there, walking down the avenue, Snoop Dogg used that sample on the Carpet Treatment, which came out in like 2006. He got a song, Walking Down the Avenue, Crazy. That's what the song is called. I couldn't think of it. The song is called Crazy. So just to show you, like, if you've ever seen Something from Nothing, the art of rap, and if you're a hip hop fan like I am, like I'm a fan of music, but I love hip hop. And without the old school, there would be no hip hop, because hip hop would be mixed based off of the stuff that we was raised on by, which what our parents listened to. So unless you have a true appreciation for the old stuff, you can't really appreciate hip hop, in my opinion. Because that cameo, walking down the avenue, Snoop sampled just that little, whoever did the beat, that Snoop chose. So basically Snoop did the beat. That's what I'm getting at. So Snoop chose that beat, that dude put that sample on there, and he probably put that sample on there after Snoop laid his vocals down. It was just an empty beat, and then Snoop rapping, and then in between there, dude throw that cameo in there. That's cameo. So without cameo, that song Crazy by Snoop Dogg on the Blue Carpet Treatment would not have been what you know it as today. Rebecca?
I ain't gonna say to that. I love old school music.
You can't tell me Dave don't know. Okay. Can't tell me Dave don't know shit.
It's something about the beat that hit different. It's something about the percussion. It's something about it that just hits different. Just hits completely different. I love old school music. And maybe it's because, I come from record players, and I come from the generation that was coming out of 8-track tapes. Like, we still had 8-track tapes, but people really was transitioning out of 8-track tapes. They was using more like records and record players and stuff like that. And then we transitioned into like the old school tapes where you had to record the songs, and to actually rewind the song, you had to hit the rewind button.
Talking about on the cassette tape.
On the cassette tapes, and we had the silver boom box with the one cassette tape in the front.
And then you had to take that pencil and stick it in that box so you can rewind
that. How about we didn't even use a pencil, bro? If that tape came out of there, we used to just stick our finger in that hole.
We did that too. We come from the same area. We did that. You know what I'm saying?
Turn it.
Nigga,
we had to hold, play, and record the song on the tape.
First of all, you see, I got my Dragon Ball shirt on today. My Goku, my Chibi Goku.
That's how you know you're gonna be on some bullshit.
Nigga, we was the first generation to experience Dragon Ball Z, nigga. Before that,
that's true.
Before DVDs was ever invented, nigga, when niggas could not afford the VHS or the VHS just wasn't out yet, nigga, we used to go to that Toonami, goddammit, and take that VCR and you plug that motherfucker about 425.
Have the set
so you can record your Dragon or any of your favorite programs and rewatch it. Nigga, I had the Dragon Ball Z. Nigga, I had the wrestling, the WCW, and the WWF, nigga.
Yeah.
What else did I have? I used to do the music videos, nigga. All my favorite music videos from like 106 and Park and and Cedar's World and MTV.
Yep.
Like, nigga, I had the mixtape. I had the video mixtape that I used to watch. Nigga, we used to record mixtapes off the radio too. That's old school.
Man,
to us,
do you know how many people got in trouble for recording like they cartoons and stuff? Oh, they families' wedding videos and all that shit. Bro. Yo, you ain't even tripping out that it was a wedding video. You just knew that you needed a VHS tape and don't nobody use this one. You ain't even paying no attention to what it say. Remember that white sticker that used to be on them?
Yeah, like May 3rd, 1995.
You ain't even tripping off of what the hell is on it. You just popped it in and set your timer to record that hoe. And you come back and you watch it. What happened? Why is the case to mine said my wedding video empty? Where you been not recorded over my and whole time you just sitting there like I don't know where it's at.
Nigga, them camcorders, my nigga, them camcorders, you had a whole briefcase.
Yeah,
like
baby.
World, nigga. You got a whole briefcase. You got to, hold on, family, you got to take this picture. You got to set the motherfucker up and
take it like 30 minutes just to take a picture, bro.
42 minutes to record. Or if you already had it set up, you would have the fanny pack with the extra battery in there. I know my folks did. They had the little JVC, the little camcorder, had the little had the little thing, you know, had the little extra battery on the side. So there's hold on the battery for the doctor. Pop that move.
Yeah.
Continue recording. And smartphones, nigga. Smartphones. It's crazy how much shit has evolved.
Things have transitioned and evolved, bro.
It's crazy because I come from an era, okay, and Rebecca, you might know about this.
I was born before you, niggas.
And the Spectrum, aka Charterbox, was black.
Right. The brown box with the two red letters.
Right. I know we had a black one with the red letters.
The brown was before the black one. Yo, that is insane, bro. And it didn't have that many channels. Like, you had a few more channels than regular TV, but we damn sure ain't have all the channels we had now. I mean, literally, that box was about that fucking big.
You had to have satellite back in the day. In order to get like with the Cinemax, you had to have satellite. And satellite requires a big ass satellite dish in your yard, which a lot of people didn't want to invest in.
Remember when niggas would steal cable, bro? When they niggas would steal, they had to get on your roof and they try to be quiet and shit till you hear somebody fall, bro. Like, because they got it hooked, they shit up to your fucking satellite. Like, listen, man. It's interesting how much we have evolved as that's how times have changed, man.
I used to have sort of like a survival kit back in the days, like 2000s, early 2000s. I had a survival kit. So I had a book bag. The mug had pens and pencils, paper. I had a CD player. I had extra batteries, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
And then depending, I probably have a CD case in my backpack. And I had some more shit in there. Now, we do everything from the smartphone, which, don't get me wrong, I love the smartphone. I'm not one of those people who can't get to work, who can't get around without the aid of a smartphone. And but I do enjoy the benefits of being able to downsize everything in one just little handheld. And I remember when like the first touchscreen came out. My brother had it because my brother was in the Navy, and he came home. He had the the HTC Delve, Samsung Delve or something like this. It was like the first touchscreen phone that came out. Nigga, I was enamored by it. I was like, what is this gift from the gods? Get this from, nigga? We used to the slide out, the US what's that? US Mobile? Not US Mobile.
US Cellular.
US Cellular. You had that phone that slid out so you could text your dad.
Two-way pagers. Where I was in high school, and we had pagers were a thing. Then two-way pagers. Two-way. Boy, I remember when I was 19, I knew I was gonna get me a two-way pager. Yeah, I never got one of those. Then the cell phones came out, and I remember when the phone clips was a thing. Everybody had to have a phone clip on their hip. Everybody.
Yeah.
Razors were a thing. Before touchscreen, the razors were a thing. And then all the rich uppity people had PDA phones where I had one where you could text and touch screen at the top. I love that phone. If that phone was compatible in today's world, I'd still have one. Don't ask me why I like that phone. I just do.
I know some people that would still probably get a BlackBerry if they was really popular like that.
I love Blackberries.
BlackBerry was the original sort of.
But you can't do everything on this phone that you can do on the BlackBerry. Like you can't do everything on the BlackBerry that you can do on this phone or this phone. Like you can't. You just can't. Shut your ass up. Yes, I got two phones. Shut your ass up. I seen your lips move.
I'm sorry. I knew you shut your ass up.
Right. Hey man, I bet I never see his ass again.
Man, down there. I seen him the last time when me and Ornetta went down there. I seen him. I was like, oh, that's that dude from last time.
Because I'm waiting on. I gotta come back for his ass. We fresh out of white privilege. That shit was funny though. Just to see what he'll say. We fresh out of white privilege.
You're gonna flip out on you. That is enough loose talk about bullshit, so to speak. You ready to get into some topics?
Sure, why not? We ain't even introduced ourselves.
The word. Are you ready for the word?
Boy, you don't shut the fuck up. I put it to this shit. I'm not about to do this shit with you. Preacher, should we call your daddy and tell him that you have turned a new leaf? Praise.
New leaf on what?
Jesus.
I don't know what leaf it is. Rebecca
has decided to lay down his carnal ways and take upon the white cape of Jesus. Go ahead and tell him.
That would be
you going to hell.
If there is a hell, okay, well, whatever. You know.
You gonna slide down on that good old stripper pole like
yeah. I tell you, like I told my mother.
Oh Lord.
Yes. I cuss. I do things that I shouldn't do. Sure. Do I fuck up a lot? Quite actually, yes. I fuck up a lot. Sure. But overall, I'm a good person. I know a lot of people don't seem to think so, and that's okay. But I am a overall good person. I ain't out here bothering nobody. I ain't out here stealing from nobody. I ain't killed nobody. Like none of that shit. I want to go to work, talk to my customers, fuck with my coworkers, smoke my weed, get my money in peace and chill. You know, if I just so happen
Shout out.
a female here and there, it'd be nice. These women out here be bugging. They be bugging hard. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that is what it is. You know, it's
How I feel about the whole heaven and hell conversation is this. If hell is a real thing, hell is a real place. Like, I can't be doing no worse than some of these other people out here doing. That's how I feel. I had somebody tell me when I was 19 that being a good person isn't enough. And I'm like, so being a good person isn't enough. You got to be perfect. And that's unattainable. You'll never obtain perfection. Your mind will deceive you every time, even if your actions, even if there was such a thing as a person's actions being perfect, your mind will deceive you every time. According to standards, rules, and principles of the Bible, your mind will be deceptive every single time. You're going to have a bad thought. You're going to have a bad something, even if your actions are perfect to the eye. I'm like, so if that's the case, ain't nobody going to heaven. We are going to hell. If that's how we want to look at it. But that's a conversation for another day.
Well, given the context of the conversation,
his name is David D. Overweight Love.
And send me to hell. I'm cool with that. Because you know what? I came to the rationale, if I'm going to hell, then it's God's fault I'm going. You created me.
Ooh.
You knew what I was going to do before I was formed in the womb, according to the good book.
Mm-hmm.
So if I fail and I go to hell, it's your fault for creating me that way. So if
I would love to
send me to hell.
I would love to see that conversation in real time with a person and a pastor, like a seasoned pastor, not a new dude, not a new nigga, but I would love to see that conversation. Like, okay, so if you telling me that my actions, so on and so forth, and if being a good person is not enough, then I feel like at this point it's God's fault that I'm going to hell, and why he ain't going with me, because he made me to be this way. And then, you know, the rationale is going to be, well, you have a choice. That's why you're giving freedom of choice. I'm just saying, like, I'm thinking about how the conversation would go between both parties on both sides. I would love to see that conversation.
Right. And you know what? There have been similar conversations with reverends, pastors of the clergy, basically saying, like, you know, good or light, whatever the hell it was, will always triumph over darkness and it will be abolished and so on and so forth. And it's kind of like, that's like, you can't say that this thing will completely abolish its polar opposite, because you can't have one without the other. Where there's up, there's a polar opposite. That polar opposite is down. When there's sunshine, there's rain. Where there's light, there's darkness. You can't have light without darkness. Even the Bible said, out of eternal darkness, let there be light.
Uh-huh.
So there will always be evil. There will always be the lower class of society. You will always have a higher self, your higher chakras, you know, the ones up here, and then you always have your lower chakras, which are your physical chakras, which is what gets you into trouble. But your battle is within yourself, flat out. That's where your battle lies. Your battle lies between your higher self and your lower self. And what you do on this earth depends on whether you're going to go to heaven or hell in my case. And honestly, I don't believe in a heaven or hell. But I'll say this, there's no heaven and hell in the afterlife, as far as I know. I mean, I ain't died yet. But there's a heaven and hell while you're on this earth. what you do, the decisions that you make, the things that you do have direct consequences. A consequence isn't necessarily something that's bad. Consequences can be good, right?
Yeah.
So there's a positive consequence and there's a negative consequence, a positive reaction and a negative reaction. You reap what you sow.
Okay.
So if you sow good seed, you're going to reap good seed.
I can agree with that.
So it's your life. It's what you choose. And this is gonna be my my lecture, shameless plug. But I'm gonna be doing a lecture at church about choices. And those choices come with accountability. The things that you must be accountable for, the things that you have to take responsibility for. Those choices have consequences, they have repercussions. It's your choice, what you decide to do. I chose 5, 6 years ago to move into the neighborhood in which the church organization that I work with, that was a choice. I could choose to live anywhere I wanted to, but I moved back into the neighborhood so I can be closer to the people who I'm so-called working with. That was a choice. But I've made some fucked up choices too. Giving up my apartment and moving in with an old girl who shall remain nameless, that was a fucked up choice. And everything that happened afterwards was my fault. And I own that. I don't have no problem owning that. Because I know what the fuck I did and wasn't supposed to do, and I did it anyway. So I ain't got to blame nobody. So in that instance, I made my life a hell. Lost my job, and then some more shit, and then some more shit, and then some more shit. And then trying to play catch up. So I made my life a hell. But when I make good, smart decisions, I make my life a heaven. Simple. Simple. You decide how your life is going to go. There's no, the devil made me do it. You get that bullshit out of your mind. Ain't no devil. Do nothing. Even Adam and Eve was tempted, but they had to make a decision.
Come on now, preacher.
Read your book, God damn it.
You was doing good until you said, God damn it.
I'm serious though.
You can't say that when you know you can't say that when you do that lecture. Listen, you.
I'm not, but we on the podcast, so basically, but still, the serpent tempted them, but they had to decide to eat of the right situation. That same Satan, the spirit of evil, if that's what you want to call it, went Jesus in the wilderness, and he was like, "Look, Jesus, you son of God, you can turn these rocks into bread, and you can do this, and whoop-de-whoop, and, you know, all you got to do is, you know." Jesus was like, "No, I'm cool. I'm going to go ahead and continue on with this fast, nigga." And that's what it's going to be. But he was tempted. I mean, I don't remember exactly how long he was fasting for, but dude was fasting for what? I mean, shit, if I fast for more than 6 hours, I'm feeling hungry already. So I can imagine how long Jesus fasted. He was tempted, but he decided not to do it. According to your book, he could have chosen to not partake of that cross. And he died on the cross anyway. That was a choice. I wouldn't have chose that, but yeah, whatever. Anyway,
they don't say that's why you like Jesus who died for our sins, brother.
That's right. That's exactly right. I don't.
Because you would have said, "Oh Lord, Lord, let them niggas be accountable for their actions. Burn them all."
Speaking of accountability, we got sidetracked, but yeah, we're gonna get into some topics here. The first topic of this evening actually has a lot to do with accountability, actually. So the question is, and I was watching this reaction video that dude mediocre tutorials and reviews was doing, and I was just looking at females and how they was acting in regards to men saying that they would want to get a paternity test for the child that they're bringing in the world. These women just got a whole attitude flipped out. It was a whole thing. Y'all go over to his channel if you want to check that out. But anyways, I just say that to say I haven't seen the video by itself, but I just so happened to be watching his video and he was watching the video. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a thought in my mind. I was like, you know what, dude? One of the men brought up mandatory DNA tests as soon as the child is born. And these females flipped out.
I don't see a problem with it, but go ahead.
So, Mike, I was just thinking, I was like, you know what? That sounds like a good idea. What we had federal mandated DNA tests as soon as the child was born.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I don't.
I think it should be mandatory.
I don't think it's a problem with it at all. I got a homeboy right now that said if he was married to his wife, he would still make her take a paternity test. And I asked a sibling of mine how she would feel about that. She was not having it. Oh, she wasn't here for it.
Why not?
Because she feels like if you asking for a paternity test, then why are y'all in a relationship? Why are y'all married? Because you should trust her without ever wanting to take that. Why are you doubting her?
Because I want to make sure that Kanye line doesn't apply to me. 18 years after 18 years, found out it wasn't his.
Yeah. And she asked me how I felt. I said I didn't see a problem with it.
I don't see a problem with it. I think DNA tests should be federally mandatory for anybody who gets a child. Because these women be out here scheming.
Agreed.
Scheming.
Not even try.
Don't you think that them women who was allegedly getting raped and molested by Bill Cosby wasn't trying to scheme and trying to get something from that man? Or are we going to act like there aren't skeezers who deliberately go down to wherever the NBA All-Star weekend is going to be at and post up? Matter of fact, these hoes be posting up at regular season games.
Say that.
So you mean to tell, hold up, perfect example, nigga. If I had a picture, I would pull it up right now. But there was this picture that went viral a few years ago of this hot little chick basically propositioning Steph Curry for some intercourse while he was on the court. And it was this whole big thing between him and his wife and a little Tatiana. But if whole girl gonna do that, knowing he got a wife, and openly like that, you don't think that can happen to a regular dude? Because we can't act like it ain't females pinning babies on regular niggas. I know a nigga right now who was so excited, like he was gonna have his first child. Matter of fact, dude was gonna have twins, so he was gonna have 2 for 1. Dude was so excited, man. He was gonna be a father. And then somehow, some way or another, dude found out that those kids weren't his. And homeboy to this day, like, man, I'm so glad I dodged the bullet. He like, nigga, I dodged 2 bullets. He like, man, I could have been on the hook for at least 18 years.
Yep.
Life. This dude I know personally.
Yep.
Dude was happy. Oh man, I'm talking about down there popping champagne and smoking cigars and shit. Dude was happy he was gonna have some kids. And somehow or another, the bitch lied.
It was a video came out last year with a woman who they had celebrated her daughter's birthday. And all this time for like 2-3 years, she was telling this dude that the baby was his. And he went out and had a paternity test. And after she was in the kitchen washing dishes and everything, and basically hit her with them. You seen that video? Hit her with them papers?
Yep. Why would you do that?
What do you mean? And people and women in the comments, he should have never got a paternity test. He should have just believed that the baby was his and this and that. And at the end of the day, that's the only father she know, or her mother was a whore. And she cheated on him. And he was gonna marry this chick and told her she had 30 days to get out. The women in the comments were ridiculous.
In what world does that make sense? Oh, wait, no, most women don't make sense. And it's funny. It's so funny because I was just watching Kevin Samuels video. I know.
Lord.
Y'all hate Kevin Samuels, I know.
Ain't true. I like Kevin Samuels.
Well, I know you do. And to be honest, they hate me too. That's why I have yet to get a woman besides Rebecca and that other girl at one time on the podcast because they not trying to hear it. So he was on this podcast with Jenny Babbitt. She was on a couple big job videos. This badass Asian, thick ass Asian chick, bad in the motherfucker.
Yeah,
she was reiterating everything that Kevin Samuels was saying, and she be trying to get her homegirls to understand what the fuck they be doing, and they not trying to hear none of it.
Makes sense.
And she bad. She ain't. You could say, man, you could say that. Oh man, she ugly or she fat. She look like. Of course, she. Oh, this is a chick who can pull basically any dude she want. She just be like, you, come here. See?
Today must be my lucky day.
Been telling females the same thing for years. This man been telling. Not exactly the same way, but basically the same thing. Shit, I was happy when they shut the government down. Donald Trump. People was mad at me, especially women. Oh, how can you say that? Woo, woo, woo. You know, I'm like, hey, if y'all didn't have government systems, y'all would not be having all these motherfucking kids.
Well,
and that motherfucking government assistance come out of my motherfucking taxes. Now,
nobody with food stamps giving me no meal.
Now, one of my little homies, she was upset. When I explained it to her, she changed the tone.
Okay.
She get food stamps, stuff like that. Like, yeah, but see, the difference is you're going to school. Now, mind you, she is with 2 kids and all of that shit, not with her baby daddy. Fine, sure, whatever. You know. But still, she was going to school. She was working. She was taking care of kids. Graduated school, got her a car, did some more shit. You know what I'm saying? Steady building. I'm like, and at the time I think she was braiding hair too and doing some other little shit on the side. I'm like, but see, you're not just living on your assistance. Like, yeah, you get some stamps, you get this, that, woo, 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 but you're not living on your shit. Like, you going to school.
You trying to do better so you don't have
you hustling on the side, nigga. You getting your money. You doing what you need to do. That's part of you. Hey, it's fucked up. You collateral damage, but you ain't the type of female I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the ones who got the mindset of, if I can get this nigga to get me pregnant, I can be set for the rest of my life. And that's the bitches who spend their food stamps for their motherfucking kids on steak and crab legs the first of the month.
Come on.
I worked in the grocery store. I seen her. I got me 600. he don't get us some crab legs. Me and my kids, bitch, that's not for you to eat crab legs and shit. How about you cook your kids a decent fucking meal, bitch? That's why I think mandatory DNA testing should be there. Because for hoes like that.
You sit up there eating crab legs and your kids is eating hot dogs and ramen noodles. And then towards the 15th and the 20th of the month, you sitting there struggling, talking about something you don't know what your kids gonna eat because you ain't got enough food in your house. Because you bought yourself crab legs and lobster tails and shit like that at the beginning of the month and spent half of your food stamps on that. And then bought your kids shit they can run through like Capri Suns and that fucking box of Lay's potato chips and bought these damn kids some cereal, milk, a couple packs of bologna, some hot dogs, and 2 boxes of ramen noodle and thinking that's gonna last them for 30 days. All because you wanted crab legs and lobster and steak. Stuff you can't afford to pay for because you ain't got no job and you ain't got no money. So now on the 15th and the 20th of the month, you calling your mama, tell my mama, you got about $50 or $20, $30 to get me and the kids through the week. And
she out there.
And no more.
She out there.
She done blamed the kids. They everything.
She out there selling that Cuda cat.
I didn't see that part. I could run it down that well because I've seen it personally. I ain't got no more money, and me and the kids ain't got no food. Well, I just need a couple packs of hot dogs, enough money to buy a couple packs of hot dogs and some bread and some noodles and maybe a pack of chicken. Yeah. Just saying. So I say all that to say, I love Kevin Samuels. Even the interview that he did with the homegirl, Tasha K. Shout out to the Wino Gang. Shameless plug, don't judge me. But I love Kevin Samuels. He keep it 100%.
You watched the interview?
I watched the whole interview twice.
Oh, shit. That's because you are a Patreon subscriber to Tasha K.
Okay, I am.
Did you say when she gonna drop that mug for the mainstream?
She dropped it tonight.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Kevin Sam came on there, Sue.
Of course he did. That's how he dressed.
Sue, child. And he cool, like he's real chill, real cool, down to earth. And he even said it like people make it seem like just based off that one video with old girl, like he just talk about women. He was like, he was teaching men for years prior to that. And even got some other stuff in the works about teaching classes about relationships and so on and so forth and this and that. Like he got, and Tasha K was trying to like, listen, you can do this, whoop this. Like when she really believes in somebody, she really tried to give them the game in a sense. Because Kevin Samuels was like, he wasn't ready for him to blow, like he wasn't ready to blow up this big. But he'll handle it because it's what's on his plate. But he wasn't ready for him to blow up like this. And he even says himself, like, I'm just hot right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought the interview was good. I thought it was informative. It takes a little peek into his life, this and that. But at the same time, like, even Tasha K said, she said they have coded you as gay so much to the point where she was like, I expected this flamboyant man to come in here. Be like, hey, girl. She was like, I didn't think you were gay, but they have coded you as gay so much to the forefront. Yeah. And he was like, people have been calling me gay since forever. He was like, I had naturally long eyelashes, naturally curly hair. People said it was a perm and it wasn't. It was just how my hair naturally is. He was like, so I just take it on. He's like, just to let y'all know, I'm not gay. I do have a kid. I've been married twice. He was married to his high school sweetheart, and then he was married to another lady. He don't mention no names, and he tell the women that he deal with what it is. I thought it was a good interview. Now, Tasha K being a messy ass woman, she gonna ask questions. She gonna push to kind of see what he can take and what the pressure is. But it was I thought it was a good interview. And she was like, man, you tall, you handsome, you charismatic, like your energy is very drawing to people. Like it draws you in. She was like, so that alone is gonna get you far. But I thought the interview was good. Kevin Samuels is funny. He is funny. But I know a lot of the people that I know, like my sisters, they ain't gonna listen to Kevin Samuels. He hate women. And I'm like, no, he don't. He just want us to do better. I was like, if people would just listen to the totality of an interview to hear what this man is saying, and maybe just consider that your way ain't right.
No.
Because your way ain't working.
No.
Your way ain't right because your way ain't working.
Look, trying to listen to some shit that she don't want to listen to is like a coon trying to get you to stop talking about running off the plantation. You know what? Why don't women take accountability and actually own their mistakes? Shh, don't you talk like that. Shh.
Listen.
You get from around here. You get on from around here. We don't like that talk. Shh. Don't you?
That's how I felt about the chick that inboxed me. In that comment I tagged you in, Ace Metaphor.
I haven't seen it.
All Ace Metaphor said was basically women can be, he was like, basically, women just be smarter in your choices, something along that. And she goes, this white girl goes, well, maybe instead of telling women they need to be smart in choices, maybe you need to teach a class to men about how they need to treat people better, so on and so forth. I hate, and this is one of the things that I've heard Kevin Samuels saying in a sense, not verbatim, but I'm just kind of giving like just summing it up in a sense that I hate it when women, first of all, when women try to deflect. And that was the conversation that me and her had in the DMs. Like, you basically deflected, which is what I said. I said, David, is this what you're talking about? Because this shit clearly deflected. And women deflect. And when you try to talk about something that has something to do with women, they automatically say, what about the men, though?
Facts.
Let's talk about the men.
Let's talk about.
How come we ain't talking about what men
Let me talk about the men.
And it's like
what you men is doing.
And hold on. And some women are really quick. Can't say all, some are really quick to say, men need to do this, and this. And it's almost like, who are you to tell a man what he needs to do? Who are you? And women will say, well, men tell women what they need to do, but we're not talking about men right now. We are talking about women. And that's the problem with fully taking accountability. You don't want to sit in it long enough to say, okay, let me recognize that I'm wrong. Without the but, without the what about men, without the men need to do, women should make better choices in life in general. And us as women can say, you know what, that's right. There is some areas in my life where I need to make better choices, and just let that be there. When the conversation comes up about men, then we can talk about what men do. However, it's not a time to bash men. And that's the problem. And I think that's a huge thing as to why men don't really want to listen to women when it comes to trying to get advice or whatever the case. Because most of the time when a woman is talking to a man, you nagging him, you bitching at him, you yelling, you complaining. You know how to get to the heart of the spouse that you talking to. You know how to talk to him, but you so quick to be upset and be angry. You need to do this, you need to do that. Well, God damn it, bitch. Did I marry my mama or no?
Oh.
You tell me you need to do it, you need to do. And see, this is the problem. And see, now you sounded like his mama. I have made it a point in my entire life to not nag a man and to not argue. Don't no man want to, even in a friendship, don't no man want to feel like they talking to their mama. I can go on and on about this, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get some hate mail, but I'm cool with that. So I'm just going to let it go. But I'm just in the whole, women, we have to take accountability for the shit we do in totality, without the but, without the and, without the excuse. If the subject is on us, let it be on us, and let it be that. When it's time to talk about men, then we can have a conversation, not have a conversation to judge, to nag, to bitch, and to complain. And when the conversation is about men, we probably should let men address men. Yes, you can state what your issue is, how you feel about certain things, about the men that you have come across. Don't generalize it like it's every man. All men ain't shit. No, bitch, the men that you fuck with ain't shit. How about that?
You.
Just saying.
I'm just saying, since you so tight with your sisters, you need to tell them that and that nobody hurt me, because I be telling them some shit they don't want to hear. I make some shit on Facebook, and then they get all up in arms about it. So you can tell your friends and your family that Dave speaks the truth.
Cause every time your black ass
That's exactly
something on Facebook, or if I say something on Facebook or wherever, and I comment, you know what's interesting? It don't even come from my sisters. It just be random people, random women in my on my friends list. They be like, "What is wrong with him? I can't stand him. He do too much. He always got something to say. Damn, do he ever know to just shut the fuck up? Like, why did he even feel the need to comment?" And I would like to say that I want to be like, all these comments come from the same person, and they don't. These be different people. And then I'd be like, David, here you go again. You always gotta piss somebody off. Running your damn mouth.
You don't want to hear what I got to say? Not my I don't care if you get mad. Matter of fact, you want to get mad about something, get mad about your girl Lizzo. You want to be mad about some women, get mad at Lizzo.
She get on my fucking nerves.
Because Lizzo is just one of them people. How can I say, pre-internet, in what may seem as prehistoric times, the village idiot could not speak at the town hall. Now that we have social media, the village idiot now has a platform. The village idiot I'm talking about is Lizzo. Where you gonna be like, well, she plays the flute, she do this, she do that. Well, yeah, sure, she does do that. That's not to say she's not an idiot. I seen a dude, this Indian cat, who was probably definitely more intelligent than me. I mean, as far as like a certain area, you could be a savant in a certain area and still be dumb as a box of rocks. I seen this dude argue with the pizza man about what floor he was on. And I can see both the pizza man and the Indian man within my vision. The pizza man is clearly on the first floor, by the security desk, by the front doors with all the glass and the chairs and the turnstiles and the security guards. Second floor, which clearly has a hole right in the middle of the floor, because outside of the wings, they're tiers. So it's just a tier that goes from one end to the building to the other, the different wings. So you can clearly see, because I was standing right there watching the whole thing go down. This dude could probably build you a city out of tin foil, and he can run them pharmaceutical, mathematical pi equations down to you, but this nigga did not know what floor he was on. So I'm not saying that Lizzo is not good at what she does. If you can go back and listen to one of the other podcasts, I'm pretty sure that I have praised Lizzo for her musical prowess. I think Lizzo is a fantastic artist. I thought she had a very good album, and her album is still charting. So congratulations, Lizzo. Much love, respect. I'm happy for you, sister. But
bitch, can you put on a fucking bra? And can we stop seeing your ass? Listen, I don't go Lizzo Instagram page like that because I get frustrated. I don't even follow her because I get frustrated.
Be eating at Instagram.
Bitch, can one of her friends just tell her, bitch, you can't be that big and not wear a bra? She literally, like, I wouldn't even knew this if somebody didn't send me the picture. And I know I just interrupt you and I humbly apologize. However, it has been sitting on my soul since I seen this fucking picture, bro. Like, they sent me the picture of Lizzo, and she had on this see-through dress, some white panties, no bra. All you seen was the flat titties, some flat kind of big, sort of not big titties, you know what I mean? On the big girls that kind of drop a little bit and they sit on top of your stomach and you see the areolas. You didn't even see the nipples because the bitches is facing down to the south, okay? And all you see was the areola. Like, can somebody tell her? When you hit 30, 32, bitch, you gonna regret the fact that you ain't have no friends to tell you should be doing that. That's all I'm saying. Because them hoes, if you think them bitches is cuteness sitting on your stomach now, bitch, wait till them hoes start sitting on your knees. That's all I'm saying. I just want somebody to tell this hoe to put on the bra.
You know, Rebecca, I got in the shower this morning and I felt a in my chest. And then I looked down, I was stepping on my own titties.
That's going to be her ass. Telling you, man, that shit ain't cute.
Remember that shit from the club from Prime Walks? So I was stepping on my own
titty. I'm telling you, where your friends at? And then somebody sent me a picture because I sent my homegirl a picture. I was like, where are her friends to tell her that this is not what's up? And she said, here they go. And she just sent me a little video. Her friends on there twerking with her dumb ass. I'm like, oh, okay, this where her friends at.
Caucasian.
Nope. She around niggas that do fuck bitches that do fuck shit too. And I'm like, come on, y'all. Like, Lizzo is talented, but it's to the point where she's becoming a caricature of herself. And I was talking to my nephew about this earlier. Like, she's coming, and he said it perfectly. She's becoming a caricature of herself. No, and I'm like, nobody's gonna remember her for the fucking music or her talent. Because she always got her overly oiled up ass body on Instagram.
Rikishi body built ass. Lizzo be hitting them niggas with the stink face. Oh my God, it's the stink face. Oh, yo, the built bitch.
Man. Oh, like, damn, bitch, I'm glad you got great skin. Congrats. However, your overly oiled up ass, every time you see her, she twerking. Every fucking time. And I'm just like, why is that necessary? Nobody even, like, you came out with the music, but nobody's going to remember that because you always got your asshole out on Instagram.
Not the asshole.
And she might as well, my friend literally sent me a video of her. I guess she just celebrated her birthday. Congrats. However, it's a video of her like twerking in slow motion. Like, it's literally super slow to like chopped and screwed slow down.
You officially been chopped and screwed. Screwed, chopped.
It's not cute. No. Don't link that to T-Pain. That song was dope. The video was bullshit. No.
Oh my goodness.
But that's your girl, man. That's your girl.
No.
That's your boo thing.
No, that's like I say, that's a Rikishi body built ass. Yokozuna WWF Bill Taz, goddamn me, Earthquake and Typhoon, early 90s wrestling ass, man. No, I'm good.
Oh my gosh. It just reminded me of the video that big girl that was on that sex swing. I just saw it yesterday. And she was trying to get on that sex swing and she fell. And somebody chopped the video to where as soon as she fell, buildings collapsed.
Man,
all of that shit.
Lizzo built like that white woman on that hover round chair in Family Guy. Or was it American Dad? I think it's American.
He is no. First of all, now come on, man. Lizzo is not that big.
You would have lied.
You know how she said, how can somebody give me some?
Lizzo built like a goddamn.
Lizzo is nowhere near that big. You ain't shit.
Lizzo, old Winnie the Pooh built ass is built like a goddamn parade float. Let's just keep it a buck, okay?
Lizzo is not that fucking.
Let's just keep it a buck.
You know what's bad? Lizzo. Yeah, she got big feet. So what? But most tall people have big feet. But Lizzo's legs ain't all that bad. If she would just tone up, she'd be straight. But it's everything else.
Gotta do them stairs.
It's everything else. Like, she have her stomach all over the place. She got her titties all over the place.
Body positivity, Rebecca. Now, you as a
no, you got it everywhere.
Now, listen, Rebecca. Listen.
No, I don't want to hear none of that shit. Listen. There's a difference between body positivity.
Now, listen, goddammit. Now,
you're naked online. The only thing.
Now, you a big girl, Rebecca. You were supposed to be in favor of the body positivity movement.
I am in favor of body positivity, not that bullshit. That is bullshit. She like 2.5. This bitch is literally nipples to the wind.
To tell Lizzo how she should celebrate body positivity?
Yeah. Yes, I am.
So you positivity shaming, huh? You body positivity shaming. That's why you go.
No, I'm bullshit shaming. There's a difference between body positivity and fuck shit. And that is fuck shit. You literally, this is how I feel. It's to a point where if they would allow people to show their nipples and their vaginas on Instagram and not be struck down and be celebrated, they probably would. That's where she is to me. In my mind, that's where she is. That's how I feel about it. You might as the fuck well. You might as well. She be on there damn near naked in a see-through dress.
Which is disgusting, man.
Titties everywhere, ass everywhere, stomach hanging everywhere. You leave nothing to the imagination. Ain't no man gonna really want to deal with you. The only reason why they gonna want to deal with you is because you Lizzo, you popular, you famous, and you got money and you may have connections. That's about it. Ain't no man, there's nothing that you can do for a man because you shown him everything that he gonna get. For real.
Lizzo titties got the same shape as Bugs Bunny's ears.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Lizzo got the water slide titties. You know, you go to the water park, you got this. Where's gonna come from it? You see, you're coming after the black sister. You're not pro-black if you're coming after the sisters. Now I need all you to donate $300,000. I get the school.
You ain't even talking about how the fuck these teachers gonna get paid. None of this shit. How these kids gonna eat? What fucking materials gonna come from? They gonna have to donate $300,000.
But back to Blizzo.
You ignorant.
It's funny. I find it quite interesting how she's all about the body positivity, and you know she wants to be celebrated for being fat, even though she cries about being fat on TikTok and Instagram story. I don't really understand. She must be bipolar. Maybe she got some other mental issues going on. We don't know. But I just find it interesting, Rebecca. Okay. The fact that she don't want a man her size. Lizzo wants to be accepted for who she is on the Gabby Cinnabay side of the game, but she does not want to date a man her size. Now, ain't that hypocritical? Because she slid into Captain America's inbox. You know, Chris Evans from the MCU universe. Yeah, you know, Captain America. That real kind of hunky, tall, white dude with the muscles and shit who will play Captain America. Right. She tried to slide in his inbox. That nigga let her down in the most kindest, easiest.
At least he was generous about it.
That he could, without getting all the Lizzo fans flood his inbox with death threats. It's just kind of like you passing a note in high school, or you passing a note in grade school. You be like, you pass that note, you be like, do you like me? And that nigga passed it right back to you. That nigga was like, oh, well, I understand. It's been quite a few times when I hopped in somebody's inbox after a long night of drinking. Ha 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 ha.
He was like, he said, I have done worse on this, or I have posted worse on this site,
right?
On this platform. Yeah.
That was basically saying I'm not interested. But if he had just flat out said he's not interested, that would have caused more. But that man who can get whoever he wants to.
Yeah. Especially after the penis pic came out. Niggas already wanted him because he was Chris Evans, but when the penis picture came out.
I don't know nothing about that. And
oh yeah, that penis picture, they was sharing that on Twitter. I saw it.
I ain't trying to know about that either. I just find it interesting how
somebody sent it to me.
And I think she tried to slide in DMs of this NBA player, and a couple other dudes. I find it interesting. You want to be fat and out of shape, like Mrs. Claus. But
you don't want to date nobody.
You want to holler at all the niggas who can like run 3, 4, 5 miles without stopping. How that work?
I don't know. Somebody said you shouldn't be fat and date somebody that was fat. I heard that before.
I mean, I think you should choose who chooses you. But I mean, if you're fat, I don't see why 2 fat people shouldn't date. Well, that's not fat shaming. I know some fat people.
I think we both do.
But they are actually trying to lose weight and eat healthy and this, that, and third.
Yeah.
And they damn show don't have their titties and they balls and everything out like
all out so America can partake.
They are modest big people. The big people that I know are modest, and they dress to their size. They ain't all out here. They ain't titties out. They don't do that. So it's not the fact
that people used to be like, well, if they make it in my size, I'm gonna buy it. My comment was always, just because they make it in your size don't mean you should wear it.
My comment would be like, maybe you need a size up. But really, going back to my original point about being the village idiot, how you could be an idiot savant, Lizzo's very musically talented. So we're going to bring this all the way back around. But with the inventation, whatever, I don't know if that's a word, of the internet and Twitter, it has given niggas like Lizzo a platform.
Yep.
Lizzo came out and made it was an Instagram video. She was like, well, you remember that video when Jane Elliott asked all the white people, if you know what black people have been through in this country and you wanted to be black, would you stand up? I find that to be the equivalent of people fat shaming. I'm paraphrasing, but I was just like, what?
How is it the same?
So you're comparing Being fat, which is a choice. Again, we're going back to choices. Everybody got choices on the E40 side of the game. Choice. You, Gabby, Cinnabay, whoever else got a choice to lose that weight. You got it ain't like, you have to do all of the meal prep yourself. You can pay somebody to do that. You can work out by yourself and figure out what's the best way to tone yourself up and lose weight. You can pay somebody to do that.
Yeah. That's true.
Nigga, matter of fact, you can pay for yourself and your homegirls to all work out at the same time and make it a group effort.
That's true.
You can make it fun for everybody. You got that type of money. But you gonna compare, and I hate people that did that, because it was this British version of the blue-eye, brown-eye experiment that Jane Elliott did. And one dude was like, well, I'm Tubby. It was a British version, Put on my British accent. Well, I'm Tubby. I'm Tubby, and some shirts don't fit me. So is that discrimination too? I was like, if the department store is discrimination against me. And the black dude was like, he was black, but he was like half. I think he was like half black, half white. But he had his own little issues going on. But the few other black people that was down there was like, you can lose your tubby. The black chick was like, you can lose your tubby. You can lose your tubby. I can't lose the color of my skin. When I walk outside, this is fine. Everybody knows this is me. You can lose your tubby. You can lose weight. And one bitch was like, well,
yeah,
sort of a ruffian. He would prefer to be in dirty shorts. He used to play rugby, but he has to put on a suit. He has to conform to the corporate world. I was like, bitch, it's not the same.
At all.
Oh, well, the gay civil rights is just like black people. No, it's not the same. That's like trying to say Batman and Superman are the same. DC and Marvel is the same. Yeah, okay. Green Arrow and Hawkeye are the same. Okay, cool.
Yeah, we had a white girl that tried to do that when the whole George Floyd murder happened, and because she's gay and she's white, she tried to say that she understands discrimination because she's been discriminated against because she's gay. And the gay black guy had to check her and was like, that's not the same. Your family owned slaves, because she told her that her family used to own slaves. She was like, your family used to own slaves. And when people look at you, they don't see gay, they see white. When people look at me, they see black, and I'm gay. But they see black first. It's not the same.
All
she
right.
had shit else to say after that.
Shout out to the gay brother. He laid down the crack back. Shout out to the gay brother. Man, because a lot of our gay brothers and sisters be trying to be on the white side. Like, they be trying to pretend like, well, I'm gay, so racism doesn't exist. Well, no, you're just going to be a gay black person. James Baldwin was gay. He was black. And he said to be a Negro in America is to be angry all the time. But he was about that life, though. There was other gay people in the civil rights, but they was black first. They were women first, they were black first. They weren't men first, they were black first.
Yep.
I'm not gay first, I'm black first. Now everybody want to be separate. I'm gay first. I'm a woman first. That's that Roland Martin shit. When Richard Spencer went on Roland Martin show, and he asked him if he was black first, if he was black, and Roland Martin said everything under the sun except for black. No, I'm a man first. I'm a man, and I'm a Christian. I'm a Kappa Alpha Psi. Nigga said everything but black. Nigga, I think he asked him, like, are you black first? No, I'm a man first. No, you're black first.
100%. And it's sad that you don't even realize that you black first.
But back to Sister Lizzo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fat first. I'm a woman. I'm a woman first, and then I'm fat, and then somewhere black is, down there at the bottom. You can tell she don't give a damn about shit that's going on in black society. You can also tell that she don't really use her brain if she has one.
Mm.
She one of them scarecrow bitches. She ain't got no brain. If I only had a brain.
Why
Somebody
you gotta be like that?
put her account, her Instagram account, her Facebook, Bebo, MySpace, whatever account that Lizzo got, she just need to pay somebody to manage that shit for her because she does not need to talk ever. Don't talk. Like my boy, don't talk. Twinkie, drink. That's it. No talk. I say Pierre. That was my little Haitian homie I used to work with in Anheuser Busch. My Haitian homie. I was
Mm-hmm.
Sister M's guy, but that's neither here nor there. My Haitian homie Pierre. I say, Pierre, you don't like your woman to talk to you? No talk. Drink, Twinkie. That's it. Like drinking Twinkie.
Drink it, that's it.
You adamant about it too. I'd be like, so you don't even want to talk to him, Pierre? You don't want to try to get to know her nothing? Drink, Twinkie. That's it. Oh, no.
Damn, you don't want to know the bitch name. You don't want to know the bitch name.
Adamant about it.
You want to know anything about this bitch.
Yeah, that nigga was adamant about it. I'm like, well, shit, okay.
All right then.
And you cannot equate you being fat to like people not wanting you being fat to people basically fat shaming and not wanting to be fat or whatever the case may be. Actually, I'm kind of confused myself, goddamn. I ain't gonna lie to you, because Lizzo be kind of confusing the hell out of me. So excuse me if I don't have the whole story right, but Lizzo really be confusing the hell out of me. The things that she says, like you do good, just play the flute. Just it's like Kanye. When Kanye get to going off by himself, Kanye be getting off in the tangents, and you don't know what's going with this. Kanye, one of them other people that sometimes you need to cut the microphone off, because
you have to sometimes just be like, you know what, that's Kanye. Like, just don't pay it no mind.
But you as a black person, like black people fuck with you. The big girl community fuck with Lizzo.
Yeah.
The big girl community love Lizzo. But damn, woman, I've actually not seen too many women really embrace Lizzo doing that shit. I mean, probably because it's one of them things where we don't necessarily agree with it, but she's a woman, so we're gonna let it go. We're not even gonna worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's Lizzo. Well, we're not gonna check her about it because I honestly don't think too many women be endorsing that type of behavior from her.
Nah, not for real, nah.
From Beyonce, from Meg Thee Stallion. Oh, it's hot girl summer. Oh, it's hot girl summer. Nigga, if that would have been Meg Thee Stallion with her titties and shit out, all the bitches, Amber Rose would have came out the woodworks with the slut walk in. Oh man, they would have been applauding that shit. Yes, queen. Then let there had been Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj pulled her titties out. Yes, queen. Yes, yes, queen. Well, let that been a Lizzo. It's just, well.
Okay. We're here. And we're
pretend like that didn't happen instead of telling your sister, like, hey, sis, that ain't cool.
That ain't like somebody pulling it to the side.
Meg Thee Stallion got a body. I don't think she's gorgeous. Well, she
does have a body.
She got that body. And because she has a body, she can do them things. But ain't nobody trying to see Dr. Zoidberg. I'm
sorry.
Remember that episode of Family Guy when Dr. Zoidberg trying to find a shore? That's how Lizzo looked. Lizzo built like.
Fucking, I'm done. I am done. You ain't shit. Call it girl.
That Wally Wallace from Woody Woodpecker. That Wallace from back in the day. Them all.
Boy, you ain't shit. You straight call this girl Dr. Zoe Bird.
Rasputia.
Let me tell you something. If there isn't a hell, they're going to create one just for your blank ass.
Yes, on the Rasputia side of the game. Hi.
She is not. No. She is not fucking big.
On Big Mama's house side of the game.
Oh my gosh. Lizzo is not that fucking big. You ain't shit, boy.
On the Young Medea side of the game.
You ain't shit. You ain't gonna never be shit. Nobody has told you.
I mean, I might not be. You can say that.
I'm fucking done.
You can say that, but then, a nigga read books like this. And read books like this. So y'all can talk all that shit you want to, but there's a healthy balance to my bullshit, okay? I balance the bullshit with some real shit. And that's them Anthony Browders and everything else that I read. Right. You know what, Rebecca? I'm totally disappointed in Serena Williams. I used to love Serena Williams. Don't get me wrong. Serena Williams was a fine chocolate sister. Even when I was, because, they're a little bit older than I am. I think Serena's like, 40, 42, something like that, somewhere in that neighborhood. So when they first came out, I was in junior high. I thought Serena was attractive. And then, of course, she got older. She filled out. She tennis champion, beautiful, dark-skinned queen. Got with that white dude. And now, allegedly, she's doing some remodifications to her original skin color, shall I say. It seems, now some people have said it's makeup. Some people say she bleaching her skin. I think it's a combination of both. But there was some pictures that she put on Instagram where she had a bad wig on, a bad fucked up wig, and her whole body looked like she had been bleaching. It was a whole scandal. But it's one thing I can say. I have noticed a shift in Serena Williams when she married that white dude. I have noticed a shift on the Eve side of the game. You trying to shift more appeasing to your white husband, Eve. Eve, white husband, is filthy rich, and she still can't afford a good wig. And then Serena is the next down the path, and I'm just like, what happened? I just want to know what happened. Where did you go wrong? Because Venus got a little white dude too. Venus has not been skin bleaching that I know of, or any skin lightening creams that I know of, but she was messing around with a white dude the last time I heard. So I'm just wondering.
Yeah, I forgot what magazine. I forgot what magazine he runs. I want to say it's Reddit or something. Ohana.
That's Serena's husband.
Yeah. You talking about Venus?
Yeah, Venus was messing with a white dude too.
She was, but I don't know where he at. But Venus still looked like Venus. Serena, you can clearly tell she's had work done. Unfortunately, you could clearly see it. She posted a picture. I don't know if it's recent or if it's recent or if it's old, but she posted a picture of her with no makeup on, and she kind of sort of looks like herself. But that picture that she put with herself and her husband, it looks like whoever her makeup artist was. It almost looked like they was going for white face. I don't know if the makeup was like they did not match her tone right, but the fact that she was cool with it, you know what I'm saying? Like When I saw that picture, I was like, what? Everybody was like, what the hell? People on her comments like, you need to fire your makeup artist. Like, who the hell did this to you? Just all type of stuff. I was just done. To tell you the truth, I was just done. I was like, what the hell? Like when I first noticed that she was getting work done was a few years ago, and I was like, come on, girl, you don't need nothing with your lips, the cheeks. You don't need none of that.
But that's why I say I wonder what happened in their lives to cause them to be the way they are. You had a black father in your life, a prominent black father, a strong black father. Not only did he teach y'all tennis and made y'all superstars, made you wealthy, generationally wealthy. He knew about that racism because the courts and stuff that he was taking you to, they didn't want niggas at. So he was well aware of racism and shit like this here. He boycotted Serena's wedding. That nigga know about it. So I don't know. I know their sister got killed in Compton. The other sister got killed in Compton. But I just wonder, is there some trauma or something there? Like I don't know if they really had their mom in their life. I mean, if they did, she was never mentioned. But it's just always just like the pops. And it's kind of like, do you hate your father? Is that why both of y'all went out and got white men? Do you hate your father for the position that he put you in, or what? Because I mean, Richard Williams made both of y'all superstars, flat out. Yes, Serena ended up being better than Venus, but Venus has won her fair share of championships too. But damn, do they have hatred for their father, or is there some generational issues or something going on there? Because something's not right. Like, yeah, okay, you could say that Serena dated Common and she dated some other black men. Okay, but you married a white man. Okay, that's red flag for me. But then you start yourself, and let's not act like Serena has not been slowly lightening her skin over the years. I have noticed that because when she first came out, when she first kind of became an adult, years afterwards, she was darker than what she became later on. But she's not the only one. Nicki Minaj has lightened her skin. Beyonce has lightened her skin. And I'm pretty sure plenty of other women have lightened their skin. But more specifically, Pepper just lightened her skin. Pepper from Salt Pepper lightened her skin. I just gotta know, man. I'm just curious. Like it's sad because I thought Selena was like gorgeous.
Listen, there was nothing that you couldn't tell me that Serena wasn't bad as hell.
Serena was
that she was bad. Even on like this one picture, like I'm looking at her Instagram, you could tell she had her lips done. She didn't have her face done. Like, I don't understand. I just don't understand it. Like, I don't know who the hell this is.
You hear me, Becky? Uncle Roger said now, I put leg down for
Man, you
oh my God. What she say?
Man, listen.
Upset.
I clearly see it. She done had her nose done. She done had her face done. Like,
yeah, she had some work done. You know she did.
She had her teeth done. You can see that.
You know she did.
I think she's pregnant again. She looked pregnant in a couple of these pictures. Either way, listen.
Go ahead and breathe all that melanin out.
I'm just done. Like, I don't understand why she looking like she looking.
Go ahead and breathe all of your melanin because that's what you want to do anyway. Because
she didn't need it. She was bad, bro.
Nigga, I got cousins who are half caste because they mama slept with a white dude. And then in turn, nigga slept with a white woman. His baby mama white. So now his kids damn near white. Whatever. I mean, hey, that's what y'all want, nigga. It wouldn't be me. I can't really see myself marrying outside of the black community. Really can't see it. Not to say it won't happen, but I just can't see it. I don't, whatever. Who cares?
Okay.
Rebecca, have we as a black community made any progress?
Oof.
Have we made any progress? Because, some people have said that because Derrick Chauvin was indicted and he was found guilty on some bullshit ass charges, because he was found guilty on these charges, that this is a landslide in American history. And
no.
Apparently we have come up to the east side with a deluxe.
No.
And so the question is, I should say, in the wake of the Derrick Chauvin case, do you feel that Negroes have made any progress? Go.
No, not if they talking about as it relates to this case. No, absolutely not. The charges were fucking bogus, and I mentioned that on my Instagram, and I got a couple inboxes from some people saying that I need to just, relax, and the other 4 they're going to get charged too, and this and that. And I'm like, charged with what? The charges are bullshit.
Mm.
I mean, they are, to me, they bullshit. It's all these involuntary, basically the charges was like depraved mind, involuntary manslaughter, and all this other bullshit. Instagram took my post down, bitches.
Mark took your post down, huh?
Mm-hmm. They took it down. They ain't even notified me. They just took it down.
Huh. Of course, that's what they do.
But at the end of the day, I said what I said. The charges are bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand how black people was literally celebrating this shit. And they was like, oh, we won. This a landslide victory. How? The charges were involuntary manslaughter, accidental something, and depraved mind something. All these charges was like, oh, well, I killed this nigga, but I wasn't in my right state of mind, and it was an accident. I didn't voluntarily do this. It was involuntary. How do you involuntarily put your knee on somebody's neck and keep it there for 8 minutes? For over 8 minutes. Like, how do you do that? And for black folks to feel like we won something, we didn't win shit. Because at the end
we should just celebrate the moment.
Like, this is just, and people say, well, don't rain on my parade. And, I'm just saying that we as black people, we come a long way and we got to celebrate the ones we get. We didn't win shit. We didn't get shit.
Why didn't we win?
What's going to happen is when he don't get the max of 75 years and he get the same amount of time that Amber Geiger got, then y'all going to be pissed off all over again. Well, at least he was charged. And this is the equivalency of us accepting the crumbs instead of getting what's owed to us as a people. So, to answer your question, absolutely fucking not.
Rebecca, we should just celebrate the moment and the victories therein.
That's what everybody been saying. And I'm like, as I said before, it is a celebrating the crumbs.
It's a celebration, bitches.
And just accepting accepting the slop.
So
that's how I feel about that.
Why can't I celebrate? Why? Why
you can do what you want to, but just make sure you know what you celebrate. And just know that if you celebrate these charges, it's bullshit. My statement was simple as this. All 4 of them should have been charged, not just Derrick Chauvin. They were complicit and did nothing. We as a people have to stop accepting the scraps. Derrick Chauvin was just the scraps. They should all have been. They should all have had a trial and sentenced to prison. It's interesting how Black people can do nothing in a murder, and because we are the murderers, we are considered an accomplice. And we are with the murderers, we are considered an accomplice. But the other three officers did nothing to stop. And I posted something else about how we continuously just accept the scraps, and how this is just, they trying to say it was involuntary, so on and so forth.
It was.
And how we as a people need to do better and require more than just, oh, he was finally charged. He can be charged and still walk. Now what? Like, I'm just saying, like, to answer your question, no. We didn't win shit. No. Just no.
We won, nigga. What you mean?
Nah, we didn't win shit. White supremacy and racism is still a thing. Us being one of the only ethnicities or ethnic groups not receiving reparations is still a thing. We didn't win shit. We didn't win a fucking thing. We are still not equal. White supremacy is still a thing. It just is. We didn't win a goddamn thing.
We got Uncle Joe and Auntie Kamala.
Fuck that. That bitch, I forgot what she just did. And somebody, Godfrey was like, she ain't kinfolk. It was something she said. And I saw the press conference.
I'm not going to do anything that specifically benefits Black people.
There you go.
Oh.
And Godfrey made a comment that said, Kamala Harris ain't kinfolk. My whole thing is niggas knew that. And just because she looked Black, she was good enough. She ain't no better than nobody else.
Well, here's what I had to say, Rebecca. This time Facebook reporting here, I had to go back in the archives, y'all. April 20th. Black people, hear me now. Yes, he's guilty, but it's far too early to celebrate. What is the sentence going to be? Are they throwing football numbers at him like they do us? April 20th. Excuse me. Whenever boxer Jack Johnson would win against a white combatant in the ring, white supremacists would lynch Black men and women. While we're celebrating, they're preparing for war. April 20th. You want to celebrate something? Celebrate the end of white supremacy. April 20th. A repost from Rebecca Quarles. Verdict: second-degree unintentional felony murder, guilty. Third-degree depraved in mind murder, guilty. Second-degree involuntary manslaughter, guilty. That nigga's guilty.
Right.
And I said, still, they protected him, and y'all Negroes think we've won something. April 20th, Ma'Khia Bryant, 16 years old, murdered today at 4:30 p.m. by the Columbus police. She called the police for help. I said, where's all this progress that I keep hearing about? Where's the change I'm supposed to be seeing after the conviction of D.C., Derrick Chauvin? Help remove the scales from my eyes. April 21st. Oh, we keep going, nigga. We keep going. April 21st. Don't want them to change. You must be the change you want to see, because change comes from within. April 1st. Let me see. I don't know if y'all can see this. I'm going to put this up to the screen. Oh, shit. I can see that.
That's a little blurry. Derrick Chauvin guilty of murder, George Floyd. You just can't see what it says. Something, and get something.
Basically, Derrick Chauvin found guilty in murder of George Floyd, which is the very tip of the iceberg. And the bottom 99% is white people who kill black people and get away with it. So, while we celebrating, we shouldn't be celebrating, nigga. We don't have nothing to celebrate for. We're just gonna have a Jubilee plantation celebration, and it's gonna be all good. It's all gonna be all good. But you know, you can cry, you can stand on your soapbox all you want to. And I mean, we should continue to stand in our soapbox and preach the word, the good word of black separatism and revolution and all of that good stuff. But I'm at the point now, nigga, where if you don't want to get on board with what we need to do for us, then I'm just not gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna try to drag you along and kidnap you, throw you in the back of the van so you can come on to freedom. Nope. You want to stay on your plantation, you go right ahead, nigga. Go ahead, Steven. Go ahead. Run along. If you want to get your COVID-19 vaccination because the government said that it's good for you, hey, you just stay where you at because we don't need people like you.
Now, you know, our good brother said everybody can go. Now, we got to be trying to save everybody.
No. Let me tell you something. Ain't on the metro. When the metro pulls up to your stop, you get left. The metro ain't got time to wait on your black ass only.
Metro let your ass run for a good minute.
Metro, I don't care if it's the metro train, the metro bus. I don't give a fuck if it's a if it's a metro car share riding program. Ain't nobody finna wait. Uber don't even wait for your ass. Uber and Lyft gonna wait about 2 or 3 minutes, and if you ain't ready by the time that Uber leaves, nigga, you forfeited like $5 and some change for waiting.
Yeah.
If you ain't ready, you get left. Bottom line. The Bible says in, what is it, Luke? I believe it's Luke. We're going to go to the good book. You can look it up. The Bible essentially talks about the time will come where you must harvest the wheat. And then once you harvest the wheat, you must take the tares or the chaff and throw it into the fire. That's the weed. That's the husk, the stuff you don't need, all the unnecessary stuff. The husk, the weed, all the shit you don't need, throw it in the fire. It's going to be burned up. While you take the good product and then, you know, you do what you want to do with it. So everybody ain't going to make it to the promised land. And said, I don't expect everybody to make it. I'm cool. Like, I know.
He said, I don't expect everybody to make it. I'm good.
I know what I need to do. I'm doing what I need to do. If you don't want to do what you need to do, then I can't help you. It's hard enough trying to toe my own line. I can't toe my line and yours too.
That's a good point.
I can't fix your boat if my boat's leaking. I can't fix your roof if my roof's leaking. I mean, I could, but that would be at a detriment to me. Because if my roof cave in and your roof is good, can I come stay at your crib when my roof cave in? Doubtful.
That's a good question.
People be like, well, you know, everybody ain't.
Hey.
You be like, nigga, I just helped you fix your roof. Well, I can't do it. The wife said. Okay, all right. So that's all I gotta say, nigga. I'm leaving it at that.
You're like, all right then.
Fuck with people who want to fuck with you. Bottom line.
That's true.
That's why me and old Gail hooked up. Because one female said that, but she didn't say nothing. So I basically take your silence as you don't want to fuck with me. Somebody else. Yeah, granted, that was 3 weeks lived, and we might have been together the last time we did a podcast. Who knows? But that was 3 weeks lived. But I fuck with people who want to fuck with me. She wanted to fuck with me. Now she had to get the boot because she didn't respect his pimping. But hey, get on board. Either you get on board or you not. We had some place we had to be. I wanted to be on time. We was late. And when I approached you about it, you had an attitude, so the bitch had to go. If you don't think I will leave a big butt and a smile, nigga, I'll leave your black ass too. Now I ain't got shit else to say, Rebecca.
Sometimes you gotta be just that absolute. When you dealing with somebody who don't care about your time, your energy, your effort, and all of that, they just disregard it like it ain't shit. Sometimes you have to be that absolute. And some people don't understand it. Some people look at this and be like, damn, so he just left her because, because she made y'all late. Like, no, it's the consideration. Even if she did it once, it's being inconsiderate. And you just look at somebody and be like, this is gonna be a consistent problem down the line. I don't have time for this. They're like, this ain't gonna change no time soon. Because if you willing to treat me like this and you don't even know me like that, we don't even know each other for a few weeks, ain't no telling how you treat somebody you've been knowing 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And you really trying to argue a point of reference as if you are right and you are wrong when you don't respect somebody's time, energy, and effort. I just find things like that interesting. Like some people really feel like, oh, well, I can't believe you would just cut somebody off for something that small and minute. And it's like, if you think that that's small, like if you think that somebody wasting my time, my energy, my effort, my space, I could be doing something else with somebody else. Bitch, I ain't got to be here with you. And if you think that's small, I ain't got to deal with you either. I'll holler at you. If you think that's something small, then you liable to do the same thing they did, I'm sure. And we just friends. Sometimes when it comes to your life, you got to cut people off by the wayside. You have to be that absolute when it comes to your life. And to protecting your energy, you have to be that absolute.
Nigga, if the casino is burning up and you still slot machine trying to hit,
yeah.
You think I'm being funny, Rebecca? You think?
I used to work at the casino.
I used to work at the casino. The fire alarm went off by accident. I was ready to get the fuck out of there. Oh shit, the fire alarm on. We got a we got a designated meeting place outside we got to go to, and they called over the intercom over the radio. That's just false alarm. Such. These niggas didn't bat an eye.
They ain't look around. It wasn't nobody running. Let me tell you something. I was working an overnight shift at a Ameristar, my nigga, and it wasn't a lot of people in the casino, but it was enough. And when I tell you that fire alarm went off, I put all my money up, locked that drawer down, and got the fuck out of there. By the time they went on the intercom and said, "Oh, it was just a false alarm," nigga, I was at my car. And when it comes to Ameristar, you got to go down the hall. There's a long ass hall. You got to go around this other hall, up the steps to the cafeteria, down this other long ass hall to the elevator. You got to catch the elevator up to the no, up to the 6th floor, nigga. The 5th floor for employees, 6th floor was free for all. I used to park on the 6th floor because I knew that I could get front door parking up to the 6th floor. By the time you heard, oh, that was false alarm, we'll walk this, that. All right, everybody continue as usual. Nigga, I was at my car. My friend Dawn called and she said, "Hey, did you hear they said it was a false alarm?" I said, "Bitch, you still in there?"
Damn.
I was fucking out, bro. My manager called me. She was like, Rebecca, where are you? In my fucking car. Are you kidding me? Bitch.
I see smoke, nigga. I'm finna start this bitch alone.
She was like, you can come back in. It's everything. It's all clear. I said, where you at? She told me so she at Encore too. Nigga, everybody else sitting there working. When I tell you we had us a good laugh off of that shit, I was out. Hey, I ain't finna be in here for this. It's time to go. People still ain't got up from the slot machine.
Remember that scene from Malcolm X where he meets Shorty again for the first time after getting busted and doing that bid? And then the diner, and Nick Shorty like, hey, Red.
Right.
No, my brother. He like, yeah, man. Now, hey, man, that's some preacher hustle shit you got going on there. Hey, man, why don't we? Nigga like, no, my brother, I don't do that no more. It's them type of niggas.
Mm-hmm.
That'll try to drag you back down. His first thought was, Malcolm didn't change. This is a hustle. The dude's like, no, I assure you, this is who I am now. All that stuff before, I don't do that no more.
Yeah.
And eventually those type of people, generally they weed themselves in your life if you don't do it before you do. Because they can't stand to see your light. It's too bright.
I don't think they can do it, tell you the truth. I agree with that. I also think like sometimes when you got some people who will stick around to try to see your demise.
Or cause it.
And you got some people to be like, he ain't doing what I'm doing, no point of reaching out because they ain't doing what I'm doing, kind of thing. But yeah.
All right. That'll work. Literally, I don't have nothing else to say.
Mm-hmm.
David, thanks for listening to the Social Con St. Louis podcast.
Yeah.
Anything? No?
No.
We'll see you the next 6 months, nigga. Peace.
That's how your black ass do 6 months later.